And we'll get the play started here on a 3rd down and 4. Burgraff will go under center again. Tommy Rennie goes into motion. He's caught in the backfield almost by Gettle. Gets away from him, and he's chased down as he crosses near the 45-yard line. Brings a 4th down. Fourth and a couple yards. Looks like the Bulldogs are going to go for it here, if I'm mistaken. Not mistaken? No, they're going to go for it here at the 44-yard line with a 4th and 1. Dunham will come wide to the near side. Little confusion as Tommy Rennie just dove over the line of scrimmage and got the 1st down. Tripped up, and he just managed to get the big dive going. And a 1st down for North Mason. Keeping the sticks moving. The clock is under 1 minute, and it'll start up once they set the chains. So 1st and 10 from the Bulldog 47-yard line. 50 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. 48 for Shelton, 12 for North Mason. Dunham will come wide to the near side here. Little confusion, actually, and Burgraff ends up trying to make something out of nothing. Spinning and gets a yard out of things. 20 seconds and counting here in the quarter. Aaron North will come on, and Tommy Marsh will sit down. That should do it for the quarter here, as we've got 10 seconds. Don't think the Bulldogs will get a playoff here, as we got 4 seconds. And that's the end of the 3rd quarter. And the score is 48 for Shelton, 12 for North Mason. We'll take a step aside for just a quick moment. We'll be back with the final 12 minutes of this ball game here on MasonWebTV.com.
Thank you for checking out MasonWebTV.com. MasonWebTV.com provides local information written by local people, giving you another source for news, sports, and weather in Mason County. MasonWebTV.com is committed and dedicated to Mason County, giving you just what you need to stay informed. We've made it as easy as possible to stay up to date with RSS feeds, and you can also like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. This is MasonWebTV.com. Check us out daily.
Packers,
Vikings, Red State, Blue State.
We come from different places.
Uptown.
But when we live united, we create real lasting change in the education, income, and health of our country. Real change won't happen without you. So give, advocate, volunteer, live united. Sign up at liveunited.org.
Yeah, waiting for the start of the 4th and final quarter of this Mason County Cup. It's been all Shelton tonight, 48-12. Bulldogs will have the ball as we start this final 12 minutes. They have a 2nd and 9 from their own 48-yard line. Here come the Bulldogs out of their huddle to start the quarter. Frank Morton's on the near side. Dunham on the far side. Burgraff will go under center with Strongberg behind him. Actually, it's Roland. Levi Roland's in there for the Bulldogs, and he had his pass batted back down in his face, and that's an incomplete pass. So it brings up 3rd and 9. It's a new quarterback tonight. It's Levi Roland. See if the senior can do something as opposed to the freshman this night. Tonight. So we have the clock stopped at 11:55 to go here in the ball game. So Levi Roland's in at quarterback for the Bulldogs. He'll take a snap, hand it off to Stromberg, who lost the ball, and got it back and gained the positive yards after he fumbled the ball. So it brings up 4th down, and it looks like about 5 from the High Climber 47-yard line. Clock is running with 11:30 to go in the ball game. C.J. Allen comes to the near side, Dunham to the far side. Rowland goes under center with Stromberg behind him. Back to pass he goes. Looks to the left, throws to the middle, right behind his intended target, and that was Dunham, incomplete. And that means the High Climbers will take over on downs. Or is it 4th down? I'm sorry, it's 4th down. It's now 4th down. No, it is. I was right the first time. See, I keep second-guessing myself here. So it's 1st and 10 for Shelton on their own 47-yard line, with 11:15 to go in the ball game in a comfortable 48-12 lead. Wheelander is looking for some personnel out there. Has to call a timeout. So Shelton takes a timeout. They only had, it looks like 8 guys out there. 2, 4, 6, 8. Yes, only had 8 guys on the field. We're not playing 8-man football. Oh, by the way, speaking of 8-man football, Merriam Knights 8-man team opens their season tomorrow in Quilcene, 1 o'clock, up along the canal. They'll start their, they're in a good season last year, coming up in the playoffs, but hitting a very good and eventual champion Nia Bay team in the first round of the playoffs, and they only actually played a half in Tumwater last November. So the High Climbers are straightening things out. They had to call a timeout with 11:15 to go here in the 4th quarter and a 48-12 lead. Just wondering if we have time to step away for 15 seconds, or do we need to keep it right here? Let's just keep it right here, as here come the High Climbers out of their huddle on the far sideline. And here come the High Climbers to the 1st and 10 on their own 47-yard line, with a big lead. And let me see here. It looks like Colton Hubble is going to be the quarterback for Shelton. Yes, it is. Colton will go under center with an offset eye. And the handoff goes to whom is number 25. And that's Jacob Henry, and he gets all the way down. I'm sorry that the play went out to my camera there. And as Henry gets down inside the 30 to the 27-yard line of North Mason.
Brandon Dunham on the tackle.
So the High Climbers moving the chains, even with some of their younger kids out there playing. Colton Hubble is a junior, quarterback, 5'10", 150. Offset eye. Again, 2 receivers on the near side. That's Woods. And we have a flag on the play. And it's a false start here for the High Climbers, backing them up 5 yards.
False start on Shelton. Make it 1st and 15.
So it's 1st down and 15 now. Ball's back at the 32-yard line. Clock is running with 10:45 to go in the ball game. Again, it's 48-12, all Shelton tonight. So Hubble will bring out the High Climbers. He'll send Gabe Reyna to the one side, and it looks like Woods on the near side. Hubble hands it off to the first guy through. That is number 32, and that's Gordon Henry. Didn't get much there, maybe a yard.
Gordon Henry on the carry.
Brings up 2nd down and 14. Ball spotted at the 31. 31-yard line is 10 minutes. Thanks, guys. So it's an I formation for Hubble and the High Climbers. Under 10 minutes to go in the ball game. Hubble will hand it off, and breaking a tackle in the back field was Jacob Henry.
Jacob Henry
gets back to the line of scrimmage, maybe eked out a yard. Yeah, I guess it does. It gets inside the 30.
Schoonhoven, Gruwell, and Hill on the stop.
Clock continues to run with 9.5 minutes to go. And a third, and it looks like 12 for the High Climbers. Offset I formation. Offset to the right, 2 receivers on the far side. For Hubble, he'll pitch it, goes to Salisbury. Shelby getting his way around the outside, turns the corner, gets up to the 20.
Carrier on the right side.
And he gets driven out of bounds at the 20-yard line, brings up 4th down. Fourth down, and it looks like maybe 3 or 4. Clock continues to run. 9:03 to go here in the ball game. 4th, and it looks like just 3 to me from the 20-yard line. Hubble will bring him up, send 2 receivers to the near side. Offset I again. Salisbury is at the top of the I, or the end of the I. He'll get the handoff, go straight up the middle, dancing his way inside the 10 before he's spun down by Bulldog. And on the tackle, it looks like it was Josh Kearney for North Mason.
Josh Kearney on the stop for the Bulldogs.
So it's a first and goal for the High Climbers on the 9-yard line. High Climbers not in any hurry here. 8:45 to go. They have a 48-12 lead here. Hubble will send 2 receivers on the far side. That offset I. And he'll hand it off, and it goes to Henry, and he'll just dive his way in for the touchdown, but there is a flag on the play. Gordon Henry on the run. In the middle of the pack, it looks like there might be in the area where a hold would be called. Let's see what the call actually is.
There's a flag on the play, though.
These referees are again discussing it. And they're going to count the touchdown again, and a personal foul, a face mask
Touchdown's good.
against
The Bulldogs.
North Mason. So, it's like Salisbury will be on to kick the point after. And the Bulldogs are now up, or rather the High Climbers are now up 54-12 with 8.5 minutes to go in the ball game. Salisbury can add one more. And let's see here. Long count here for Salisbury. High snap, handled well. That's booted up. And it looks good. Is it? No, it isn't. He hooked it to the left, and so it's no good. And the score remains 54-12 with 8:30 to go in the ball game. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back with more here on MasonWebTV.com.
So, I got this new family, and I don't know what it is about this one, but she can't seem to put down that toy. Oh, and she even talks to it. Who's she talking to? Her mom? She talks to her mom a lot.
Welcome to my block party. Glad you can make it. I can do this all day. Your moves are just gay.
Using gay to mean dumb or stupid, not cool. Not in my house, not anywhere. It's not creative, it's offensive to gay people. And you're better than that.
Eight and a half minutes to go here in the ball game. It's 54-12. And they're going to mark off the penalty against the Bulldogs of the face mask penalty on the touchdown run by Gordon Henry. So due to the penalty, Salisbury will kick off from the 45. Actually, it's not Salisbury. It'll be kicked off from the 45 of North Mason. And that is actually Gordon Henry doing the kicking.
Gordon Henry now kicking for Shelton.
So here's the run up on the kick. And it's a low kick that is taken by one of the up guys. It's Devontae Davenport. He's speeding around the middle, and he gets up across actually near the 25 before he is pulled down. Clock will continue to run here. 8:20 and going. We're in a running clock situation. 54-12. That was a 45-point lead. The kick there, maybe it's a 40-point lead. Yes, it's a 40-point mercy rule, so the clock will run for the rest of this ball game. The Bulldogs have one more shot at getting something positive out of this. I'm trying to see who the quarterback is. Looks like it is still Rowland who hands it off to the first guy through, and McIntosh kind of ran into a guy, fell down. So minimal gain there. Levi Rowland is still the quarterback for North Mason. There were a couple of guys are warming up there in the last offensive series for Shelton. So brings up 2nd and 9. Ball is at the 26-yard line. Rowland will hand it off. First guy through, breaking it open there and into the secondary. McIntosh with a good run there, the first down run.
Gain of about 11.
1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. Trying to end on a good note here as the clock continues to run, and we're under 7 minutes, 6:50 actually, and counting. Bulldogs break the huddle. Grant Hunter on the near side, going wide. And this is actually a new quarterback in there, breaking on the keeper. Who is that? That's Becker. Becker gets inside the 25-yard line. Matt Becker, the freshman, getting some time tonight. 5'9", 150 pounds here, and he gets all the way into high climber territory and then some at the 24-yard line. 1st and 10 for North Mason. Showing some life with some of the younger guys. Approaching 6 minutes to go in the ball game. Becker will bring him out. He'll keep it and slip a couple of tackles going to the left side on that option. Triple option is the offense, and he'll get about 7 yards. Get up to the 20, actually the inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. Brings up 2nd and 4 from the 18. And Rowland's back in there. He hands it off to McIntosh, and he gets a first down inside the 10. Still going to the 5 before he's actually pulled down. Victor McIntosh. It's a 5'5", 170-pound junior doing some damage late in the ball game. Giving the Bulldogs a 1st and goal from the 5-yard line. 5 minutes, 5 seconds to go and counting on the clock. Levi Rowland is back under center this time. McIntosh behind him. He'll keep it, tuck it under. Spin and still fighting his way. Get inside the 2-yard line before he's spun down. Brings up 2nd and goal from the 2.
Daniel Diaz on the tackle for Shelton.
Clock is running with 4 minutes and 30 seconds to go and counting. It looks like Becker will be doing the QBing on this play. Matt keeps it, slips in. Looks like he's in there for the touchdown, and he does. Becker, the freshman, with the score, making it 18-54. Giving the Bulldogs 18 points, and I'm sure they'll go for 2 here with 4:15 to go in the ball game. Clock is stopped for the moment. Bulldogs go for 2. Becker back to pass. Pulls it down, pump fakes, throws it incomplete.
Pass ball is incomplete.
So with 4:15 to go in the ball game, score is 54 for Shelton, 18. 54 to 18. North Mason. Here, MasonWebTV.com.
That's slow. That's slow.
The average text takes your eyes off the road for nearly 5 seconds. Stop the texts. Stop the wrecks. Visit us at stoptextstoprex.org.
"7,000 students drop out every school day. That's a line of desks more than 4 miles long. Keep students in school. Visit boostup.org and take the first step."
And we're waiting for the kickoff. Bulldogs got it back on the board, making it 54 to 18. And here's the kickoff. It's a high end-over-end kick. It's taken on the run and bobbled by one of the high climbers, and is picked up and recovered by the high climbers. Who was on the run back there trying to take it on the run is Jacob Henry, and it is a Bulldog ball off the fumble. Get another shot at this with under 4 minutes to go and counting on the clock. They'll take over on the Shelton net 31-yard line. Bulldogs taking their time. Clock has been running. It's 1st and 10 for North Mason on the Shelton 31-yard line. Bulldogs taking their time. They're in a huddle. One extra guy runs in there. That was Grant Hunter late on. He'll come wide to the near side. And it's like Becker is the quarterback. He'll keep it on the ground, turn the corner, get to the 20, spins near the 15. Now he's still on his feet. Gets inside the 10. He's still going inside the 5. Ball squirts out. It's in the end zone and a touchdown. Who recovered that ball after the fumble? If things go right late in the game, you can't get any better than that. It's a touchdown by the Bulldogs, and it's 24 to 54. It's a 30-point lead for Shelton. So we have a touchdown by North Mason. And the Bulldogs are going for 2. Becker's under center again. And nothing going there. So no good on that 2-point conversion attempt. So 3:04 to go in the ball game. It's 54 to 24 now. Kind of interesting, seeing what the young guys can do. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back with the last 3 minutes and 4 seconds of this ball game on 10:30 on MasonWebTV.com.
"7,000 students drop out every school day. That's a line of desks more than 4 miles long. Keep students in school. Visit boostup.org and take the first step."
Place for your whole family with animals and fun all around. So discover the forest and explore all the wonder that's there. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
So the Bulldogs are waiting to kick off after the recovered fumble in the end zone for a touchdown, and it was Devontae Davenport who fell on that loose ball in the end zone for the touchdown. 54 for Shelton, 24 for North Mason. It's been all Shelton tonight, but some late activity by the Bulldogs. So younger players get some time on the field.
Kind of grew well kicking.
So another high end over end kick that's come up, taken at the 25 to the 30, and I'm trying to see who's got that ball there. That was actually Jacob Frakes with the return. So the ball will be spotted at the 32. We're at 2:45 and counting on the clock. It's been all Shelton tonight in the inaugural Mason County Cup. 2.5 minutes, and the High Climbers are taking a lot of time here as they're huddling on the far sidelines. As the clock is running, the Bulldogs are ready to play. And here comes the offensive unit for the High Climbers. So who will be running the things? That would be Jake Beck for the High Climbers, running things. Beck is a sophomore. He fumbled, but he gets it back and he hands it off. And on the run here is Jacob Henry up to the 40-yard line. And the clock is running. We're under 2 minutes of 1:45 and counting. Sure that these young guys for the High Climbers are just going to run some clock here, take as much time as they possibly can. Second down and 2 from the 40-yard line. Beck brings him out. Settles under center. And the handoff this time goes to Henry again. He cuts it back at the 45 before he's spun around. Jacob Henry getting some work this evening. 1:10 and counting. First and 10 for the High Climbers. They spot the ball at the 46-yard line. First and 10. Under a minute to go and counting. 30-point difference here. Shelton on top and have been on top from the get-go here. As Beck will settle under center with an offset eye. Expect another handoff, and he hands off the first guy through. And that, number 32, Gordon Henry with the carry that time. It's up into the Bulldog territory, the 40-yard line, inside the 40. 25 seconds and counting on the clock here. And will the High Climbers get off another play? It looks like they're going to go to the line for one more play. 15 seconds on the clock. Beck will just take that knee, and that should pretty much do it for the inaugural Mason County Cup. Shelton High Climbers beat the North Mason Bulldogs by a score of 54-24. And we'll take a timeout in just a minute. Come back with what I'm assuming will be the presentation of the Mason County Cup. We'll be back here on MasonWebTV.com.
Attention singers, musicians, and all types of bands. Would you like to get some exposure? Not that type of exposure.
Get out.
Wrong again. How would you like to have your music featured on Mason Web TV? We play music before our webcasts and also at halftime of our sporting events. All you have to do is send an MP3 of your original music to music@MasonWebTV.com and we'll add it to our programming. The Bieber did it via the internet. Why can't you? That's music@MasonWebTV.com.
Thank you for checking out MasonWebTV.com. MasonWebTV.com provides local information written by local people, giving you another source for news, sports, and weather in Mason County. MasonWebTV.com is committed and dedicated to Mason County, giving you just what you need to stay informed. We've made it as easy as possible to stay up to date with RSS feeds, and you can also like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. This is MasonWebTV.com. Check us out daily.
So it is a final here at Phil Pugh Stadium. The Shelton High Climbers beat the North Mason Bulldogs in the inaugural Mason County Cup, 54-24. Right here on MasonWebTV.com. Thanks for all those who did stick it out through all our technical difficulties. The Shelton High Climbers go to 2-0 on the season, and they enter Narrows League play, and I believe they're hosting Wilson next week. The Bulldogs drop to 1-1, and then they take that long drive to Port Angeles next week. Our next webcast will actually be in 2 weeks when Bremerton comes here to fill the Pew Stadium. And hold on 1 second here. That's nice crowd. A nice a nice group of folks made the trek up from Shelton for the for this ball game here in North Mason. So again, the final 54-24 with Shelton winning the inaugural Mason County Cup. Thanks for tuning in. We'll be on the air or on the web in 2 weeks, and this stadium when Bremerton comes into town. Thanks for joining us.